ICP looks like it is ready for a breakout on the short-term chart, but which way is it going to break? That is what we're going to try to answer right now. You can see this is that's the weekly. That shows the same thing. A nice coiling spring action with price getting tighter with lower highs and higher lows, squeezing the price, which gives us some anticipation of a move either up or down, and we're going to talk about that right now. To start with, I'm going to go to tradingview.com, which is one of my favorite tools that I use to investigate the markets. We're going to look at ICP's technical analysis. Let's start on the 1 day to get a temperature here. Summary is buy. Oscillator is neutral. Moving averages a strong buy on the dailies. On the 1 week, also a buy. Oscillator is neutral. Interesting. Moving average is also a strong buy on ICP. And 1 month. Did we update? Yes. Summary, buy. Oscillators, buy. Moving averages, buy. Everything is looking good long term for ICP. In fact, let me just zoom out here on the weekly. Yes, everything's looking really, really good. Now, to be clear, everything I'm about to talk to after I give this little spiel for ICP is short term. I'll be talking about predictions for over the next few days and weeks, but long term, I am 100% pro crypto, bullish long crypto, ICP, pretty much all of crypto. Look, we were down around 3 in October. We're sitting at 12 now. That's a 400% increase, even after giving up some gains from its highs of about a little over 16. So everything on ICP long term is looking beautiful. It's looking very constructive. The price action looks great. The crypto market is looking just fine. So everything long term for ICP is wonderful. I want to be very clear about that. All right, so let's go to the daily and talk about what we might see over the next few days and few weeks. I've already mentioned this coiling action that we have, which indicates price is probably soon going to move up or down. Now, I've got ranges on the upside and the downside already marked. Roughly, now this is an art, not a science, but roughly 14.7 to 15.7 is a nice range. You see wicks up into here where the market rejected those levels, and then down toward the bottom from about 8.7 to 10, again, roughly. You can see some nice constructive price action we had here back in the last couple of weeks of December. And so that seems to be an important level where the market was going to decide when the market was trying to decide what to do. And it would make sense if price hit that, we would have another decision point to come to. Probably shouldn't try to do this live, but I'm going to. See, that level is no accident. I can drag it all the way back to 2022 and see it contained the highs of this June 2022 push-up, the highs of this July 2022 push-up. So again, this level makes complete sense. And apparently I've already done this once. And here's why this level is important. You can see the lows right here of February 2022. It is the high of this push right here of May 2022. So as you can see, these levels are not just pulled out of thin air. They are historically important levels for ICP, and it makes sense that as price hits these levels, the market is going to react one way or the other. And that's what we're here to figure out, is which way is the market going to move. Now, ICP has been doing very well. It is a stronger coin. So I think everything right now is going to follow Bitcoin's push and pull in the market. After the ETF approvals we had last week, there's just really nothing coming out that is going to push the crypto market one way or the other strongly. We've had a fantastic rise since October. Everything can't go up all the time. So it's not going to surprise me for us to be in a resting condition, which we kind of already are for ICP. We've been ranging between these two levels for going on, well, 2 weeks now. I expect that ranging to continue. I really do. Even if we were to break out high, going higher, I don't expect us to break these highs right here in January right now. Even if we were to break out lower, I don't expect us to break these lows back in December right now. There's just not enough to push and pull the market. Bitcoin is one that I'm watching very carefully because it is going to be the mover of crypto over the next few weeks, I believe. And we can see what has happened with Bitcoin. This is the post ETF high where we tagged 49,000. There were a bunch of sellers up there. People had already run the price up for Bitcoin in anticipation of the ETFs being approved. So when they were approved, people waited for the high and then started selling. And that's what we're seeing is the selling off of Bitcoin, profit taking, moving monies around. That's what's happening in Bitcoin. Some people are saying money is going to move from Bitcoin to some of the altcoins. I'll let people smarter than me deal with that. All I can see is this price is falling. Now, some people that I do follow very intently, and one is this Justin Bennett guy on Twitter. I like to get his updates for Bitcoin. And he's got this nice range showing right now, and he's saying that this 44,500 level is now resistance for Bitcoin, and we have to get above that to aim for 50,000. And that 44.5 level was right here where he's got this red arrow. And here is where we are when he printed this chart. It does look like we have broken this downward trend that he has marked, or this trend line that he has marked here. And we could dip on down to 40,000 to test 38, which is kind of what this range is here. We could do that. I've even got that something similar on my chart, not exactly the same, but here's how I see it with the rising channel already. And we have broken the bottom of that channel. We've regained it since, but it's not going to surprise me at all for Bitcoin to go ahead and turn back over on this 41,800 level and tag 40,000. Will not surprise me at all. And that's kind of what he's thinking might happen here. Now, this is still a very healthy, constructive chart. Bitcoin could very well go up instead of down here. It could. I mean, there's no guarantee that we won't turn back around, that Bitcoin won't be pushing at the top of this channel, aiming for 47,000 again. The problem is there's just really no impetus or reason for Bitcoin to do that. And the reason there's not is because, again, we've had this fantastic run up the last few months. We've had this post ETF high. We've gotten it's kind of like we squeezed all of the good out of the market, and it needs to rejuvenate itself. So it's not going to surprise me for us to fall and let it rebuild a foundation somewhere around, and it could be 40,000, it could be even as low as 35,000. But even if it's 35,000, goodness, that's still a perfectly healthy chart pattern. We would still be making a high, a low, a higher high, a higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. Goodness, even if we come down to 35,000, that's still a higher low, which is perfect for an uptrend. And if we sat down here in until April, until the halving of Bitcoin, and then we started making, pushing for higher highs, that would be fantastic. But there's really no reason for Bitcoin to go up right now. It makes sense that it's going to just draw on down to give back some of those gains that we've had. Now, I could wake up in the morning and find us challenging 50,000 in Bitcoin for some reason that I'm unaware of, just because a rumor comes out, just because Bitcoin is Bitcoin. It can happen. Certainly not saying it can't, but I don't think it will. I do think, however, these levels for ICP are going to hold the Bitcoin fall, even if Bitcoin falls to 40,000. I really think this 10 would be equivalent to 40,000 in Bitcoin. And if we get to the 38, 40,000 area, we may be here. ICP is a pretty strong coin. So I really don't see us, even in a constructive move, I don't see us coming below this 8.5 level. I mean, that would be a pretty big fall for ICP. I mean, to fall all the way down there. So I'm not concerned about that at all right now. I think over the short term, we're going to be ranging still between these levels. If Bitcoin continues to fall off to 40,000, we may visit this 10 level. But right now, I think ICP is going to be contained here for a little while, just because there's nothing moving it. I think this is our range for a bit. If you were patient and were waiting to get into more ICP, I think 10 would be a nice level to do that. And then we would see how the market reacts once it hits that level, if it does. So that's kind of what my theory is for ICP. We're going to be ranging for the next little while. I don't see anything out there to push us out of this range unless Bitcoin goes to the moon or drops its pants. And I don't think it's going to do either of those quickly. Maybe gradually it might start sliding down, but I don't think any big moves are coming right now for any of crypto. All right. I'll keep you updated on the price, and we'll watch it together. Y'all take care.